Welcome to the Murfreesboro.com podcast, where we talk about all things Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Join host John I. Carey, his co-host Jonathan Harmon, and producer Trent Denson as they talk about all the great things happening in our city. From construction updates to local business spotlights to all the amazing events happening in our community. Listen in for all you need to know from Murfreesboro.com. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, everybody. It's Jonathan Harmon, the co-host, and John I. Carey, the man, the myth, the legend. He has lots and lots of drainage, so he's going to sound really funny today.
Yes.
But that's okay. We still love you.
Thank you.
And we've got 3 dudes from Boro Business Labs. And if y'all haven't met them, and especially if you're a small business owner, if y'all haven't met them yet, you are missing out. It's on you. So, and that's kind of how this whole thing kind of got started, is people kept telling me, you gotta meet Dean. You don't know Dean? Wait, what? And I'm like, no, I don't know Dean. So I sent an email and I said, hey, everybody keeps telling me I need to meet you, so let's get coffee.
That works.
Exactly, that's how it worked. And then I replied with, we've already met, actually.
And I went,
Oh, whoops. Well, let's meet again. I'm sorry.
yeah, I remember reading that going, oh, you're right.
It was in passing.
Yep, our friend Steve Hernandez, R.I.P. Hernandez Mexican Deli.
Yes.
Steve Hernandez said, "Hey, you got to meet this guy."
Exactly, right.
Yeah. So tell us, introduce yourselves. Tell us a little bit more. Tell us how it formed. Like, give us the lowdown.
Sure. You want me to go, or you guys want to jump in?
Jeremy,
you tell the origin story pretty well.
Oh, really? That's sweet.
Oh, there we go.
I didn't know that I told it very well. Yeah, I'm Jeremy. This is Josh. That's Dean. All 3 of us had our own digital marketing firm. And we were working because, Cultivate Co-working down on the square. Gretchen and Chris Bilbro, awesome folks. We all started working there, and we would see each other across the way. We knew each other, met each other. And
but you were competitors.
We were supposed to be competitors, but
Yeah.
we kept enjoying talking to each other. And it was one of those situations where we just decided we would put together a business seminar for small business owners. And we said, hey, let's just teach and have fun, because each of us does have our own specialty. Dean's the Google guy, Josh's websites, and I do email, social media, online funnels type stuff. So we all had our stuff that we did individually, and so we were like, let's just teach our thing, and then whatever comes of it, we'll just be cool about it and let the leads go where they want to go. And we had a blast. We enjoyed it. It was fun, so we did it again. Didn't hate each other after that one.
Most important, there you go.
They kept rolling, yes. And at a certain point, we just said, I like to talk about, instead of competition, it was co-opetition. We were
There you go.
cooperation over competition. We just decided we have a chance to be one of the bigger digital marketing firms in town if we just took our 3 individual things and assembled them.
It's like Captain Planet, Captain Business, right?
That's right.
There you go.
Four
Yeah.
powers combined.
Powers
So that's what we've done. We officially formed February last year, right before COVID.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing. Yeah,
Yeah.
Took a few months. I always say we took a few months to get our systems together.
There you go.
Basically, going, what did we do? But officially, I was looking the other day. Officially, July 6th is when we kind of told the world officially and publicly. And since then, it's been amazing. It's been great. Led us to meet you fine people.
Yeah.
So
That's been good.
We're winning.
And we got several things we can talk about as we go through this. But what was the name of your individual businesses?
Dreamstorm Digital Marketing.
Yeah, mine's Creative Borough.
And I owned Nashville Marketing Systems.
Nice. Okay. And how does the dynamic work now? You have 3 entrepreneurs that come together and form one thing. Have you guys had a lot of, no, that's not the right way to do this? Josh has a story immediately. He's like, oh, give me that mic.
So give me the mic. There's a
Take a
time.
beat. All right. You were a little too excited to answer that one.
One day. Yeah, so we fight a lot. No, we actually work very, very well together. I think all of us are just really chill, relaxed, and we're more friends than we are business owners.
So
Well-
as a friend, we're going to tell you to get closer to the
That's right.
microphone.
I mean, you don't have to eat it, but definitely get closer. We're going headphoneless today because we didn't have enough headphones for everybody, and so pull back the curtain a little bit.
Yeah.
It's super weird to actually sit and have a conversation without
I
headphones.
know,
on,
right?
I'm just telling you.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, you missed that right there. Yeah.
Yeah. But so I'm in a partnership as well, building Cedar Glade Brews, which we'll talk about that a little bit here in just a little in a minute. And there is those moments where you get a little tense, where you have this is how it should be, and you say no, this is how it should be, and then Dean says absolutely not, this is how it should be, and so you got to work that out.
Yeah,
The magic is 3.
there's 3 votes, so majority
So
wins.
somebody's going to lose, right?
Somebody's going to
Constant
lose.
fight to get a second vote with you so that you can have your way.
That's funny. And what we've experienced though is that if you guys are not if you guys, but if your group is willing to pause, listen, think about what's best for the organization, then almost always you arrive at a better solution than any single person within that group would have gotten.
Yes, and part of the reason that I was even willing to, join forces with other people is that I trust their advice and judgment. And I think because we've known each other for so long in business, I think that has really helped, at least me, get that trust that, I know that I know these are smart guys.
Yeah.
So I probably should listen to what they have to say. Most of the time.
Hey, if you can get most,
So-
you're in great shape.
For larger things, we try to have unanimous. Like me and Josh were all ready to buy a golf cart and just put Boro Business Lab out right around the square. And Jeremy was like, no, not yet.
I wanted to switch it to a pedal tavern. I think Murfreesboro needs its
A
own
pedal
little-
tavern?
our own little pedal tavern going around the square.
I mean, I'm kind of with him on this.
Actually,
one.
I think that might actually do well, to be honest.
Murfreesboro.com pedal tavern.
Oh, God. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Or do you ever have it where you just bring out the jiu-jitsu mat and throw it out? I'm kidding.
It hasn't
Okay.
come to that yet.
Yeah, we used to say on our wrestling team that I helped coach, it was, okay, we're just going to go first takedown.
First takedown.
First takedown.
All right.
First takedown, that settles it. It's better than paper, rock, scissors.
For those that don't know, Dean and I did jiu-jitsu for a little bit. So there's
A
little bit. You're still going, right?
I'm doing karate now, not
Okay,
jiu-jitsu.
gotcha. Okay.
Jiu-jitsu is tough on the joints.
Yeah, the older I get, the more it hurts. Oh, God. I can't take the beating. So anyways.
So I'm assuming you guys each had your specialty areas, but you probably still did what the other person did as well. To be a well-rounded digital marketing firm, you probably did some websites. You probably did some some websites and some what is it you do?
SEO.
Yeah, thanks. So does that? You think that helps the dynamic to be able to speak fluently about each other's kind of wheelhouses there?
Absolutely. So we have an onboarding sheet that whenever we sign up a new client, we go through a process. And at the bottom, there's a box that says task owner. And each of us have one of those. So mine is the kind of foundational stuff, and then the SEO and the AdWords. Jeremy's is social media and email, and Josh is the website guy because he's got this amazing process for putting out great websites really fast.
Sweet.
And so each of us kind of own those processes, and we defer to each other's expertise in those areas.
There you go.
Very good.
Yeah, and more to what you were asking, we, like I said, we all kind of did everything together. He did some websites, but the cool thing about it is over the past 5.5 years, we've trusted each other so much that we've referred business back and forth. So I might have a conflict of interest on a client, and I know that I could trust him, and I would send it to him.
Gotcha.
There you go.
So, but speaking fluently on all the different things definitely helps in sales.
Well, it
Oh, for
does.
sure.
It helps in sales, but it also helps you get instead of 3 partners, you have a Boro Business Lab to answer, right? Like you can sit down and collaborate and really come up with what the right answer is. So, how many clients are you guys serving right now?
67.
That's
That's
a lot.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And just by reputation, I know you guys are killing it. So kind of the way that I met you guys is I employed Shane Morin over at Wax Eloquent to do the J. Harmon Home Team website. And he was actually one of the ones that said, yeah, what I do doesn't fit what you need. He said, you really need to talk to the Boro Business Labs guys. And then, of course, our friend Trent over here was like, what, you don't know Dean? I'm like, I don't know Dean, I'm sorry. And so it just, just kind of evolved. But what we sat down and talked about in like the initial, I hesitate to call it a sales pitch, but just this is what we do, was what is it called? The formula?
The Get More Customers marketing formula.
Oh, I love that.
Jeremy came up with that one.
Yeah.
There you go.
So can you give us kind of the brief overview of that?
Sure. We basically, we tell people we sell knowing what to do. Because when it comes to digital marketing in a business, that's so, like what is, it's kind of like when when I went to a counselor to try to figure out my emotions, he told me there's only 8 emotions, and I said that can't be true because it feels like there's a million of them out there, and I don't know which one to grab. And he said there's only 8. Just memorize the list, and when somebody asks you how you're feeling, just pick one. Same kind of thing in digital marketing. It's overwhelming for us, especially our bread and butter businesses are service-based businesses, and they're working with their clients doing what they do, and they don't have time to try to go online and figure it all out. So we sell knowing what to do. So what we did was we said, if somebody only had just a little bit of money and they could only do one thing, what would we tell them to do? And then what would the next thing be and the next thing? So we prioritized it all the way down the list. And it might actually be surprising to some because a lot of people want to jump to the 7th step instead of coming to the first. And what we have found is people invest a whole lot of money in the 7th step and don't do the foundational stuff at the beginning. So we have found what we believe to be...
And the 7th is the optimization, right? The
Yeah,
SEO.
so step 1 is Google. There's over 100 local directories on Google that they use to verify specifically a local business. And then you claim your business on Google. So many businesses don't even know that they can claim their business on Google, and that
Once they do, they don't know what to do with it. that was us.
And most people, a lot of search results now are landing on the Google My Business page, and they don't even go to the website.
Yeah.
So that's why that's our first step. We would say before you build a website, optimize your Google listing and get listed in those local directories. That's step 1.
How many times you Google something, that little thing pops up, says call down, it's like, or like a restaurant or whatever, and you're like,
you always
didn't even go to their website.
You always trust the sidebar more than any of the stuff down here. Because
You do. Your eyes go right
this is
to
almost
it.
all paid, it seems like, right?
Yes.
This is legit over
Right.
here.
Yes. And so then that leads to the second one, which is getting more reviews. Because they, like you said, they pull up that map pack. There's the map, and then the business is listed next to them. What do? You look for that number of reviews, and whoever's got the most reviews, you just make an assumption they're the most credible. And so we have a system where we give you a link that gives a thumbs up, thumbs down, and it's a really cool product that we've got. And then number 3 is a website.
Which that's fascinating. So especially in the real estate world, everybody thinks, oh, I've got to have a personal website. I've got to have this website. And I'm like, for the most part, I mean, at some point it fits into the plan, but at least at the beginning, a lot of that is vanity.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just really be honest about it.
It is. I think it's a lot of vanity and a lot of, I'm going to say ignorance. I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean, just not knowing.
Yeah. You don't know what you don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
It just not knowing the priorities.
Yeah.
And,
And you can spend a fortune
oh, yeah.
on a website
Right.
like that.
Quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't really need to at first. Because if you're a realtor, most of the people that are going to search for you are searching for your name. And so you put your name in Google My Business and then get a bunch of people to review you. And that's it a lot. I mean, we served one realtor out in College Grove, and he got $1 million plus listing from somebody who liked his reviews.
Simply from his
Yes.
reviews.
I'm curious on the reviews. Are you guys seeing, just because I do this personally, I was just wondering if this is kind of across the board, but like with reviews, especially I look up restaurants mostly, but I'll see, man, this guy got, 4.8 on here and 4.9 average on here, but they only had 30 reviews. This guy's got 5,000 and such and such.
Carries
and even,
a lot of weight.
And even if it's a slightly lower review, like they got a 4.6 average, but I was like, that's over 5,000 reviews. Like, I'm gonna check them out. Are you seeing that too? Is that just me?
Yeah, no, that's definitely not you. 4.7 with 3 digits or more reviews is the optimal review score.
Nice.
Because when you have a bunch of reviews, you're going to get some crazies. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you combat those negative ones?
So we do a couple of things. And a negative review, I tell all my clients, is not necessarily a bad thing. It can be a sales opportunity.
Yeah, you can address it, right? Yeah.
By how you respond to it. So a lot of what I do is talk my clients off the edge. No, you're not going to respond with that. Let's wait 24 hours, and then we'll craft a really good response that, keep it short, keep it positive, keep it professional, and take the conversation offline.
Yeah.
And if we do those things, then the negative review is not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
If you get 100 negative reviews at once, there's probably some operational problems.
So my question to Dean was, but when you get those really cool trolling responses to the negative reviews, they always go viral. So can we not do that? Can we not totally engage and make it a really fun battle royale online? He was like, no.
Yeah, probably depends. I would think too on what.
Yeah, for a realtor, no. For a pizza place, we can have a little bit of fun.
Okay.
I was literally just thinking about that. I'm sure we had the same one pop in our minds. I was like, that guy really turned that around. Holy cow!
That's funny.
Yeah,
I love those. Those are hilarious to me.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
In regards to a website, there's a lot of stuff for a local business that Josh can do that is, I will literally hear all of your listeners logging off virtually across the internet if I tell you all the details, but there's things like schema and hierarchy and all these different, and setting it up so Google can read your website beautifully. That sets up a local business amazingly. So, but then we go social media, paid ads, SEO. That would be that rounds out the.
And it's funny because every spam call that I get wants to, work on my SEO, they want to do all that. But if you don't have the guts to back it up,
right?
It's hollow at that point. What are they SEOing?
Exactly. There's no foundation.
SEO,
there's no point.
I like that.
I think I added an extra syllable in there, but that's
That
okay.
works. Hey, we know what you mean. How do you find staying up with a lot of the social media stuff? Because I know with what we do, it's constantly changing, and I'm just sitting there trying to read through stuff and learn all this. You guys have got to have a mountain of stuff to go through. How do you keep up with it?
Well, yeah, there's some higher level stuff where you just have to find some great sources of information because it's always changing. So a big part of that task, and also one of the ways we serve folks is we're always monitoring it, and so they don't have to. But truthfully, I've got to give a shout out to our team member, Macy. We have a team. We just hired a Gen Z who was raised on it, and she's fabulous at what she does. So the actual functioning, posting, and those kind of things. Man, she's brought a lot to our team in that area. So it's kind of my job to watch the trends and watch the higher level stuff, but she does a lot of the actual, making it look amazing online.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering because I'm just thinking of with Murfreesboro and the messages that always come in and trying to keep up, and then you got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, podcasts, and it's like, oh my God.
I can't imagine your world. I mean,
shoot, you have 67 clients. There's one of us.
Yeah, well, you're a pretty big.
Well,
I mean, not you. Well, now I'm flustered because you're kind of a big guy. You would be a big client too.
Yeah.
That's funny. No, I can only admit, I'm just wondering because it's so much to keep up with it. It's constantly changing. I just read about how Facebook is changing again. It was like, oh, here we go. So
it's one of the reasons why with paid ads we really stay focused on Google ads because Facebook ads is it's a whole thing right now, which might be interesting for the folks listening that Facebook and Apple are at straight up war right now.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
And so Apple keeps putting updates. The first one messed with Facebook ads, and the second one messed with email marketing. So now everything's not working like it should, and the whole industry is freaking out and trying to. They are, and they will figure out workarounds because there's too much money involved.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it's Apple with their new privacy settings of saying, with every app, you've probably seen it, do you want us to track you? Who in their right mind is going to go, oh, yeah, man, please, please track me?
Everybody in there went off, no.
For sure, and that totally threw off a lot of the ability for advertisers.
What's the end game for Apple in that? Like I look at that stuff. They're not going to make more money that way because
they are.
They did though. Did you see that? $20 billion.
They're doing their own ad platform.
Yeah, but it's not gonna. They're not gonna suddenly force the other companies to go away. They're not gonna replace Samsung, and they're not gonna replace Google, and they're not gonna replace
It's actually a common thing for them to do is to shut off something like that so they can grab market share, and they have their Apple ads on their platform because people are running away from Facebook, and they've got advertising dollars to put other places, and they've actually went from zero to grabbing actual market share in the ad platform.
I literally read an article, it was like 2 days ago, about from zero to like 20 billion in revenue, like that from doing all, oh my God. But like you said, then it was Facebook's going to have some kind of response very quickly.
It's short-lived, right?
It really is.
And the good or the bad will, I guess, that's created from that, I don't know. But I guess bad will towards Apple is, 3 days long. And then you like, okay, fine. Take my money.
All right, here's my new iPhone. Okay.
iPhone 13, okay.
But we're really positioning ourselves for Google-based platforms right now. So Google Ads and YouTube and those kind of things are things that we think are a really smart play right now.
That's one thing I love about what you guys do too, is because like I've met with y'all before and we've talked about things was, like Facebook and social and all that stuff. They've been trying to figure out social search forever. Google's got search down, and it's like, and that's what you guys are so good at. And it's like, you want to search for something, you don't go into Facebook and type, I'm looking for a restaurant near. No, you go to Google. Boom,
People
there's
do
everything.
now, though.
Well, they're trying, and that's what Facebook. I was reading this about how they're trying that social search more and yada yada yada. But there's so many factors to it. They're trying to figure all that out, and it's like, well, Google's got search down, and that's what you guys are experts at. So I don't know. But,
So with regards to Facebook ads and Google ads, a lot of people really don't realize the difference, and it's very simple. When you go to Google and you're searching, you're actively searching for something, a service, a product. So that's a good way to put an ad there. But when you're on Facebook and you're doing advertising, you're trying to target interest. People are not actively searching for website design service.
It's a little more they're both passive. But
weed through all the craziness and the cat videos and memes, and hopefully you get the right ad to pop up to the right person that they click on it. And that's why it's just a whole other beast.
Interesting.
So much to learn.
So
leave it to you guys.
let's talk to the small businesses again, because if they don't know about you guys, one of the things that impressed me the most is that when we first talked, it was here's the things that we do, right? It's like a menu, okay? And you're not trying to take me for $1,800, $2,000 a month,
We're happy to do so.
I know you. I know you are.
Disclaimer:
happy to do
we
so.
will if you want to.
But your thing is, let's start at the top. You a la carte price each thing, right? And it may be that that all I ever need, I'll get all the business I want out of the reputation management stuff, and that may be sufficient for my business, right? Whatever my business happens to be. Okay.
By the way, which we know they're very good at.
Yes, they're very, very good at it. And it may be that, okay, we did this and you grew this much. So if we take step 2, you're going to grow this much more, but we now have the income to pay for step 2. And I love the way that you guys structure that, and you don't, it's definitely not a one size fits all. And it might be that you look at my business and go, hey, you're already doing number 1. So we actually might benefit from jumping down to number 3, right?
Absolutely.
And I love that approach. You guys talk a little bit more about how you came up with that approach and just the mindset that goes behind it, because it's abnormal. Like, that's weird.
In a good way.
We're good at weird.
From you
We're
guys.
good at weird.
Yeah, we'll let the weird partner answer it. Go ahead.
So another reason that I like working with these two is when we sat down and said, okay, we've dated twice, now we're going to get married. The conversation was not how much money can we get. The conversation was how much can we do for small businesses?
I love
and
that.
still like make a living. So the way that we set up our products and services, we structured it in such a way that most small businesses can afford at least a few of them.
Right.
Because a business should spend between 7 to 10% of their revenue on marketing. Lots of businesses hear that and they freak out. But I mean, if you look at public companies, anything like that, that's what they're spending
A growing
on
and
marketing.
healthy business should
Yes,
do that. Mhm.
exactly. So we made it so that the first 4 products that we have are $2.99 a month, and the last 2, which is SEO and AdWords, those are $3.99 a month. So we really structured it in such a way that we could help and actually make an impact in small businesses' business in their
For $300
top
bucks a
line.
month right out the gate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And we've had multiple clients where we've got started with number 1, and then we've moved on to 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. So it's worked out. It's worked out really well for us, and it's worked out for the small businesses.
Well, and I think the real beauty of that is that, and this is where I really found a kinship with you guys, is that you truly care about growing small businesses. Like that's what you care about, right? And it's sort of, I run my real estate team the same way. A lot of agents look at how much their production is, right? So in the industry, that is, we sold $20 million worth of homes or $10 million worth of homes or whatever. I couldn't even tell you what our production is because I don't look at it. Right. I look at how many families did I help, right? And that matters to me. And what that does, that takes the pressure off whether it just doesn't exist anymore, at least in our county. It's a $100,000 house or it's $1 million house. It's 1 and 1.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's how we approach things. And I think that you guys are doing the same thing. It doesn't matter if they choose 1, 2, 3, or 4, right? It's the same price. You're going to do the same work, right? But you get to help that business. Right. And I just love that. I love that approach.
With working with so many businesses, do you guys ever have ways you can crisscross them, like work together with, have one work with? Does that make sense? Like you work with so many, like
a lot of
can this
connections.
plumber help this restaurant or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, we try to be matchmakers when it makes sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious. I thought it was neat. So, well, and I'd also, you guys are doing something actually with that in mind. You do something really cool with the Best of Murfreesboro, that your newsletter, and is that right? The website Best of Murfreesboro.
I don't know about this.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
I do.
Tell me more.
Well, we decided we were like, as we were building our workflow and our rhythm, we were like every Wednesday we spend the whole day together pretty much, and throughout the week we're all over the place doing a bunch of different stuff. We said, what if every Wednesday we started across the table from a small business owner, not selling them, just looking in the eyes of the people that we serve every week and giving them a platform for free to tell about their business. So we've done that. We've done that all year long. And we do an interview with a small business owner, and then we format it, put it together in a newsletter that has some marketing tips and has the interview, and it's called the Boro Business Report.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a weekly email. It's a way because we know the win for us is the more business leaders we meet, the more we become friends with business leaders in the community, the better it is for us. But we also built in a win for them because there are no sales that happen during that time, and it's really a chance for us to get to know about their business and tell the city about it. We've got a couple of hundred business leaders. We've only been doing it a few months, and we're wanting to grow that. So please go check. Thank you for mentioning.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
I just thought it's really neat what y'all are doing too. And I got to ask, is there, because I was lucky enough to be one of your interviews, but is it still the question you guys asked me at the end where y'all were like, no, man, and everybody answers the same way?
Yes.
Is it still that?
That's Josh's favorite question.
Pretty much.
No way. Still going strong?
It's still going strong.
Oh,
It's the
that's
same
funny.
answer.
I won't give it away.
98%. I think we're
Really?
from 99 to
Yeah.
98, so it's still way up
Yeah,
there.
I just remember when you asked and all of you were like, oh, God, there's another one. I was like, what'd I do?
So if you want to know that question, go to bestofmurfreesborotn.com.
That's right. Yeah.
That was beautiful.
And click
Hey, there you go.
Because I am super wondering.
ready to
I'm
sign
like,
up.
I've got my phone in my hand already.
What
That's
question is
awesome.
that? Still do that to this day. So.
Well, and so my goal in life, I've been in real estate for 12 years, and my goal from minute one, and really even before real estate, is selfishly, I always wanted to be the I know a guy, right? Like I want people to call me and be like, hey, do you know a guy that does fill in the blank? And whatever that is, I'll be like, yeah, I got a guy for that. Like I want to be that guy, And so you guys are building that purposely, and then also giving back to the people that you know. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do business with our clients. We hire them for things.
Yeah.
And then we also refer them out to people.
That's awesome. So it pays to know you guys as well, right?
That's right.
Yes, it does.
So I want to talk real quick, and you guys share what you want to share about this, but I want to talk about the partnership that we're forming as well. So as we covered before, Cedar Glade Brews, we're still targeting December 1. Everybody knock on some wood and cross fingers and karma and whatever it is that you believe in, please do it. And so we started talking about J. Harmon Home Team, and it was funny because I'm sitting across a table and we're talking about there, and I'm like, yeah, real estate, whatever. Tell me about this brewery. And I'm like, okay, now we got to it.
So I feel like I'm back in college because we are literally working for beer.
And I could not be happier. Do you see the smile on my face right now?
And so this is one of those things where, it makes perfect sense for you because you're making beer anyway. And it makes perfect sense for us because we get to have a really cool partnership with you, and we have a fun story to tell now.
Yeah.
And we'll have some beer that we can, give
Some
to our
really
clients.
good beer.
Or drink ourselves. I would imagine that most of it will be consumed by us.
I have a feeling Wednesdays, perhaps.
Here's what you give the clients, and that's yours right there. Okay.
Whatever.
I think the part we're most excited about is we get to make our own labels and label it the Boro Business Brew.
Yeah.
We're very excited about
Oh, that's cool.
I can't wait to see what those labels look like. It's going to be
Boro
awesome.
Business. Well, that's cute. Yeah.
Well,
Brew.
and what I loved about it is when you guys, I kind of threw it out there. You kind of threw it out there. I don't even remember who originally said it, but the opportunity that you said, we want to help you grow something from the beginning. Right. Mm-hmm. And of course you said, and we hope that after you've grown it, you don't cheat on us, which we won't. But it's just, again, that reinforced the idea that you guys are really in this to help build the community, help build the small business community here.
Well, because we believe in you. We do. We showed us your facility. We met your partners. We know it's going to succeed. And because we're from this community, that we say that a lot. Like, I've raised my boys here, and this community has given so much. We want to give back, and that's not just sales speak. Like, it's real.
Right.
All three of us, we love. There's a business community here that is special, and we love it. So I'm not crying. There's just something wrong there.
I was like, maybe
It's
there's
okay.
something really
It's
emotional
okay.
about our beer. This is wonderful.
Where's the
I love your
tissues?
beer so much.
My hanky's in the other room.
I might have to cough for you.
That's so exciting. So there's something else that we need to talk about.
Yes.
We have an
Yes.
opportunity to throw that one out there, a save the date, if you will.
Oh.
You like how I did save the date? Yeah, because we got something coming.
We've saved a big announcement for this for you
I-
guys.
Oh, let's hear it. I want.
I don't know who we have.
I was like,
rehearsed.
who's
Is it
going
me?
to do it?
Y'all keep looking at me this whole dang time. All right, so Murfreesboro, we do love you, and we believe in love, and that is why. Where's the camera? We're having an adult prom. We're doing our own prom for adults because here's the thing: we all went to prom, or most of us went to prom. Maybe we didn't, and we wish we did.
No.
Maybe we
No,
did,
that's
and
not
we
true.
went with a really crappy date, or we did, and we did a whole bunch of stuff that we had to hide. But now we're grown adults, and we
don't have to
can
hide
pick
it
our
now.
own dates, and we can have all the fun we want to have. When I was lived in another city. When I was younger, newly married, there was an older man. He would gather, he would rent out the country club every Valentine's Day, and he would let all the couples get all dressed up and come to a dance, a prom type environment. And he would get up at the dance every year and go, he would start out with, I believe in love. And if I'm going to invest in something, I want to invest in helping couples fall back in love. Marriage is hard. Stay married if you can. Go for it. And he just gave us all a pep talk. Mm-hmm. And we had a beautiful night.
I thought
took
you
a lot of
meant
pictures.
I thought you meant he started with that Don Williams song, But I Believe.
He should have. Maybe we'll. Anyway,
we can do that. Food for thought.
So I brought that up to these guys, and and they said, "Well, yeah, but it needs to be '80s themed because let's have fun."
Yes.
And so we're gonna have an '80s themed prom on February 12th, right around Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day, we got that figured out. Y'all can just have an easy Valentine's Day. We're selling VIP tickets for $100. We're gonna have Missy Lay at Wild Goose Chase events.
She's been on this podcast. She's awesome. Yep.
She's gonna make it you're gonna walk into we're gonna try to do like an 80s arcade when you walk in. And then when you go up, there's gonna be a dance area, and it's at the Walnut House, so it's surrounded by screens. We're gonna have 80s movies all around. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have the bar and all of that, and then there's gonna be a VIP area upstairs that. We're saying let's just say the VIP tickets, the bartender up there is a lot more liberal. So we're
spiking the punch.
The punch will be spiked up there. Then there'll be a chill room. We're trying to create an environment where you can actually have a fun night with your spouse. Obviously, lots of photographic opportunities. Some people are going to be dressing up. It's going to be good times. So our big launch date for that is we're doing it on this podcast. So we're actually having an online flash mob probably right when this is released.
Nice.
Where we're having all of our friends post about it right at the same time and try to break the internet.
Sweet.
So if you want tickets,
Oh yeah. I should have said that.
The business.
BoroProm.com.
Okay.
BoroProm.com.
I'll make sure to put that link in there.
Who built your website? I'm just kidding.
But sorry, go
We did
ahead.
an 80s themed website where you can play Galaga on there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sweet.
So if it's 80s
killer.
themed, but it's a prom, so do we need to be in tuxes, like 80s, or can I go like all full Richard Simmons or something? Like
I'm going Run DMC. I would love for you to go Richard Simmons.
I actually have a Richard Simmons costume.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yes.
Wig and everything. It's full. Dude, it was pretty epic.
I need to have a quick business meeting. Can I give away a VIP ticket? I don't need to.
Yes.
You only need
That's two votes.
one.
It's only two.
So I don't
That's
need to
2
talk to
votes.
Dean.
I love that. I don't need you.
Let's give away a VIP, a VIP couple ticket to the Boro Prom on this podcast.
Oh,
to
that's
your
awesome.
listeners.
Okay.
We
How
wanna
can we
do-
do that? What's the best way?
Trivia is always my favorite.
Yeah, actually, yes. I
So
love trivia
pick some
ones.
obscure trivia from the 80s. Don't cheat. I'm looking at you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Can you do it on the spot?
That's worth a goog.
Yeah.
Let me Google real fast.
All right.
I just
see.
put 80s trivia.
They're all super easy.
Name of the high school in Teen Wolf.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That's
I
good.
have no idea what it is.
Right.
Name the high school in the movie Teen Wolf. First person in the comments, because this get posted on Facebook, right? First person in the Facebook comments that names the high school in the movie Teen Wolf. Very good.
That was good.
I
That
have
was
no
very
idea where that
impressive.
came from.
All right, there you
get
go.
a pair of VIP tickets.
And he looked it up. There you go.
yeah.
No, wait,
Found
no.
it.
That's the current one. That's the remake.
We're talking the original.
Yep. Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, the Michael J. Fox.
Okay.
There
See, well that makes it
I just
harder
gave
then.
you a
Okay.
hint.
Yeah.
So if you Google it, cheaters.
Yeah.
All right, so good. And thank y'all for letting us announce.
That's
it. We were
awesome,
Excited
yeah.
to get the chance to
That's
do it.
friggin'
That's
awesome.
fun. Oh,
Are you
I'm
gonna have
looking
Max
forward to
Headroom?
We do have some 80s celebrities we're working with to help us promote it, but we're going to keep that.
You need
That
Max
would
and you
be-
need Spuds McKenzie.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. We should totally bring a dog.
Yep, you gotta have Spuds
great.
McKenzie.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
man,
was
I'm
it?
excited
What was
now.
the Tone Loc song that mentioned Spuds McKenzie? And you got Spuds McKenzie. Remember that?
Shoot. Oh, I don't know that one.
It might have been in Wild Thing.
Was it?
I think it was. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to listen to that when we're done.
Yeah, we're going to be Spotify.
Yeah, I was gonna drive down the road. Oh, there it is. I got it.
Oh, this is so fun.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
so BoroProm.com, February 12th at the Walnut House, which is a amazing venue anyway, and it's perfect the way you guys are setting that up. And Ricky is a madman, so I can't wait to see what how he has that place going.
Josh is trying to rent a DeLorean. There is
Nice.
you can rent a
Let's
DeLorean.
talk.
Can you really?
We need a
I
DeLorean
think I know a guy.
sponsor because it's going to be no joke. So
Wow.
maybe J. Harmon Homes could be our
Maybe.
DeLorean
Only if I get to
Yeah.
drive it.
Anybody out there with a DeLorean?
If anybody wants to be a DeLorean sponsor, reach out to us because that would be amazing to have that parked out front. Oh my
No,
goodness.
dude,
Yeah, we were
I
sitting
got to
there-
find where to rent it. I'm driving it to prom.
That's fine. We'll get an old 80s Lamborghini Diablo.
Get a fog
Yeah.
machine.
I actually know a guy who's got a
Countach.
collection of, or
Yeah.
Countach.
Countach.
Yes, the Countach.
That's what you
Right.
need. Yeah.
There's a guy in Nashville that has a collection of them.
What's his name? Miami Vice. What was the Ferrari that he drove?
Oh, that's a Testarossa.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
Testarossa. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, you would rock the Miami Vice. I
Wait,
think that's what he's
The,
thinking
the,
about.
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
the Knight Rider, the fireman.
Just,
That would.
So many chances.
Oh, can you imagine all those pulling up?
Anybody own a black helicopter? We need airborne command.
That's awesome. Like, okay, you win. Got it. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, so cool. All right. Anything else you guys want to tell the public?
BoroProm.com, BoroBusinessLab.com. Go sign up for the Boro Business Report.
Which is cool. I actually look forward to getting that every time. So I'm like, I go through it and see who's on there.
I
Yeah.
like to hear that.
We'll put some links to some of this stuff
Yeah.
in the comments as well.
Yeah.
And then don't forget the trivia question. I'm not going to repeat it. You got to go back and find it.
Because you don't remember it.
Wait, what was it again? I don't know. Awesome.
I
Thank
guess
you
we ought to
guys.
find the answer to that too, huh?
I know. Yeah.
Be a bunch of answers. I
If
don't
somebody
know.
writes something as fast as you can, we probably won't verify it.
Yeah, right.
Hey, it was wrong, but I won.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But no, thank you guys for coming. We really appreciate it. And another thing about these three is there's nothing but a good time with these guys. So,
Nothing
but a good time.
That's right where my
No.
Trent, let's put that on the closing. That's right. Closing music. Oh, no.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Might lose the video on that one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, as always, thank you everybody for watching. We appreciate it. Check them out. Make sure you do it and answer the questions in the comments for your chance to win.
Rest of the week.
See you next week.